What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today on the channel we have a great squad that can help you get icon swaps tokens completed. Alright guys, so we are going to get into the meat of the video here. We are looking at a squad that has 6 Mexican players and 5 American players. Now the reason I've set this up this way is of course to comply with the objective that I will show you guys right now. So icon swaps obviously came out on Friday. With it a whole new season came out. And so for a single player, you need a team from Argentina, a team from the Netherlands, and you also need one from Mexico and the United States. And now this one I thought might be good to use right now, just because they dropped a Weston McKennie player future stars card, who is of course American. Now I dropped a review on the channel yesterday. If I'm really smart, I'll remember to link it up there or in the description. If not, please just check the channel and check it out. I feel like it was a really valuable video if you haven't seen it yet. But what we are going to be doing is building you a squad that can get you wins against squad battles teams. Now the first tip for this is, of course, because you have to play on legendary, I recommend playing against teams that look like this: 60 rating, 22 chemistry. The team is full of bronzes, not even in the right positions. Now that's why this team is going to be able to beat them. Now 82 rated, 100 chemistry, 86 rated, 98 chemistry. This team may not fare as well against them if you're not a highly skilled player. Now McKennie is perfect in this team. I mentioned him earlier as this box-to-box midfielder. Hector Herrera can do a job next to him. Pulisic and Corona are great on the wings. But we do have Vela up top. 2-star weak foot. You got to watch out for that, but otherwise he's quite good. The defense doesn't matter too much. The AI will just try and put in headers and or crosses, and you can head them away fairly easily. This guy long is 6'1". This guy is 6'2". You should be able to head it out to your fullbacks or midfielders. Doesn't really matter too much who you have in goal. You can pick a different player. Now I know a few players aren't on chemistry in this squad, and if I did things a little bit differently, you probably could get them on chemistry. But this is who I had in the club, and this is a fairly inexpensive squad. Obviously, you can sub in gold Pulisic for this one. You can sub in gold McKennie for this one. He has an inform as well. Regular Corona for this one. Like, if you see what I'm saying, this squad is just kind of a base. And then you can make your tweaks as you want. I'm here to show you the guys that you can use a wide variance of cards. We will be subbing off Altidore because I hate his guts. I think he's terrible. If you like this video, if you agree that you think Josie Altidore is a terrible striker for the United States of America, we are going to look for a different striker just to bring on to have some fun with. Let's use Gabriel Jesus. We haven't used too much of him, so he'll come on at some point in the game. But this is the squad we're going to use. We're going to jump into the game now. I've waffled on for long enough. And we're going to jump into this squad battle here. So he'll play in the white, we'll play in the blue. And yeah, so I'm just going to use this video as just kind of a squad builder, and just to give you guys a few tips on how to play against legendary on squad battles. So it's not as hard as people may believe it to be. Of course, if you're playing for points, you want to get 5 goals. You want to get as many corners as you can. There's a lot of other things like that you really want to try to do. We are, of course, going to sub Altidore off because I just can't stand playing with him. There are other options there. He was just in the club. Although, oh no, we're not going to put Mane on. That would ruin his record there. I want his record to be mostly online stuff. So, all right. So we are going to move into the game here. I know offline gameplay isn't the most exciting. But with some of these cool players in the team, hopefully we can jazz it up a little bit. Like Corona is actually one of the very few players in the game that has 5-star skills and 5-star weak foot, which is actually very interesting. Neymar has that. Who else has that? Not many people. I think there was only 4 non-icon day 1 cards that had 5-star, 5-star. I should really look that up if I keep giving that statistic in my videos. But I do know Corona was one of them, so he is an interesting card. Of course, you have him on the ball there. Altidore hasn't been subbed out yet, and we almost hit him. But yeah, so this team is pretty interesting, full of decent players. This guy Long is really quick. Layun, not a great touch there. Altidore is finally off for Gabriel Jesus. You can just put any striker in there up top that you're comfortable with. Of course, you can make 3 substitutions, so that is important. You know, if you're a player who has very strong players that you normally play with, nobody's telling you can't put them on in this game. That is, of course, you just have to start with 6 Mexican players and 5 American players. Now, Pulisic and McKennie are by far the 2 best statistical American players. So I would definitely try and stick with those. If you have somebody like John Brooks in your club at center back, you can use him, of course. Nice save from our keeper there. I actually had this pulled up on Footbin. Who the other good American players were? Yeah, after Brooks, you have a left mid Jordan Morris and right back DeAndre Yedlin. And after that, you get pretty slim pickings, to be honest with you. And the MLS isn't playing right now, so of course none of those players are earning informs. But once we get towards summer and stuff, it's actually like the middle of their season. Well, actually, we're coming up towards the beginning of their season now, in the springtime. So hopefully they start getting some more informs and stuff. But I wouldn't count on it for this squad builder, just if they ever need it again. Oh my God, we're gonna get scored on. Get the ball out. Thank you. Oh my God, are you serious? Oh, nice save. Okay, so our keeper is keeping us in it at this point. Maybe that's oh my gosh, Leon, what is going on here? I'm supposed to be showing how good this squad is. So I did make an Icon Swaps squad builder before. It was an EFL Silver squad, and that actually went over really, really well. One of my most popular videos I have made to date. I will be making a CSL and J League squad builder for that Icon Swaps as well. I just didn't want to do that yet because you do get a J League player choice in this season, so I want to try and get that player before we do that. Tecasito, otherwise known as Jesus Corona, on the ball, slots it past the post. What are you doing? 5-star weak foot wasn't put on display there, that's for sure. Probably could have taken one more touch, maybe a skill move or something, but I was kind of surprised we were as in on goal as we were. Long with that height I was mentioning earlier, that 6'1", goes right over that striker, wins us the ball back. McKennie on the ball, looking to find Pulisic. Does eventually. Back to McKennie, back to Pulisic, forward to Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus passes it to absolutely no one. And we know McKennie has some good long shots. So sometimes, especially in the second half of games like this, of squad battle games, players on the opposition team will freeze if you try weird skill moves like that, like a drag back or like a step over or something. They'll like freeze, they'll get a little bit stuck in place, and you can go around them very easily. So it's actually much easier to score in the second half than the first. I really should try and score a goal here at some point, just to show you guys I do know what I'm talking about here. As we do get Vela on the ball, Gabriel Jesus, McKennie. You want to continue that run, my friend? I love that. Vela, I played that way too early. He was never going to get to that ball. That was silly. Dang. And this 4-4-2 has been playing very strangely. Like, look at this. We're on the radar. Okay, now he's dropping in a little bit. But on the radar, it plays more like a 4-3-3 sometimes than a 4-2-2. So, oh my gosh. He wasn't even offside. That was horrible. Sorry about that. We will come back in this game. Legendary can be kind of difficult if you're not 100% focused and using players you're 100% familiar with. But I promise you guys, this is a good team. We will get a goal or 3 or 6. Probably not 6, but maybe. Vela does have 4-star skills. Could have used them there. Unfortunately, didn't see the opportunity. Let's get this ball wide to our 5-star skiller. Brushes past his man. Finds a man there. And very easily, Vela puts that in. Even with a 2-star weak foot, he's not missing that. That's a very easy way to score if you get into the byline like that. Find a pass. Look, nice. It bounced back to us nicely. But then we did find a pass across the face of the goal, and Vela pops it in, no problem. He is left-footed, so that weak foot is his right foot, but he puts it into the net. This is actually an awesome card for, like, first couple weeks of the game. This and the Jackson Martinez, I actually did both of them, but MLS hasn't had a player of the month in a while because, as I mentioned earlier, they haven't been playing. Pulisic was making a nice run there, but I couldn't thread the through ball with Gabriel Jesus. Long has been a star so far in this team, making nice tackle after nice tackle. Now Jesus can't make a pass. I don't know why I'm like trying to pass not facing the right direction. Like, that's amateur stuff that I don't normally do in my gameplay, but I feel like when you're playing against these teams, you have a tendency to just rush it a little bit. As you can see, we can get very easy opportunities. Um, I did want to take that shot, but I didn't take it. Oh my gosh. It doesn't matter because I get the ball taken from me anyway. Playing with this caliber of player is very different than the caliber of player I normally play with. Pulisic on the ball, but that shouldn't matter because that's going to happen for some of you guys who are watching this video as well. So we really should be playing a little bit better than we are. Unfortunately, it looks like the computer's on the attack again. We'll have a much better time in the second half. It's much, much easier to play against the computer in the second half than it is in the first half. I'll show you guys what I mean with these skill moves as soon as we get into that second half. If we can get one more goal before the... Oh, nice little flare pass there. One more goal before this first half comes to a close. I would consider that a just fine success. Vela on the ball here. Looking for an option. 4-4-2 may not be the formation of choice either. McKennie looking for a pass. Does find Herrera. Herrera back to McKennie. McKennie's going to bang one. Oh, that had a chance. And of course, we do get a corner. Best way that I found for corners, especially against a computer, just beat him with a ball roll or something like that. Pop one over the top. You'll sometimes win that header. Or you put one on the ground, whatever. Just get along that baseline and then do whatever you feel is the best move to score. Oh, Vela's weak foot. Probably shouldn't have tried to hit that. We will get one more move here. If we can take that, nice. We are on the baseline again. Try to find a pass. Nothing doing. Instead, we find Herrera. Finds McKennie, who... Hello! Can we shoot the ball? I don't understand why, I'm shooting the ball and then, they're hitting it very weakly. That's the third or fourth time it's happened. But anyway, don't get a goal before halftime. But as I mentioned, we have been, kind of dominating the play here. Look at these stats. We just haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. This is a team that will get you the domination in terms of the stats. We're going to switch up this formation because I'm just not liking it. So in-game, my recommendation is usually something like... To be honest, I like this form. I've been liking this formation quite a bit. The instructions I would normally put on a formation like this are stay forward, whoops, and stay forward. And then I would put this guy on cut passing lanes and cover center and stay back. And then I would put both my fullbacks on stay back and stay back. So that's how I'd run this formation. We are going to take off... Who are we going to take off? We're going to take off... no, we're going to leave Vela on. We're going to move this like this. And we're going to move this like this. And we're going to play Gabriel Jesus as a center midfielder. It'll be fine. Actually, we'll play Vela as a center midfielder. I feel like he'll do better there. So we'll do this. And then it gives us those... two central midfielders that kind of make those late attacking runs and attack from deep, which I really do like that aspect of. Hopefully this gives us a little bit more attacking impetus. And as I mentioned, it is always easier to play in the second half than the first because of things like, hopefully, what I can show you right now. Nope, didn't work. So, well, whatever. Pulisic is in. Nice block there. That was ridiculous. Okay, but if I can do it, I'll show it to you guys. I'll point it out, and you can rewind the video, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you may know about this already, may have noticed it in the past. I just want the ball back. Come on. Now, unlike playing online, putting team press and overload ball side on really doesn't have too big of a detriment. Obviously, it will drain your stamina, but that's really the only thing. If you put on team press, that'll really be the only downside, draining your stamina. But you won't get torn apart like you can online just because of positioning and things like that. The computer is not as good at taking advantage of those kind of things. Nice save. Our keeper's actually been pretty good. So no complaints about this guy. What was even his name? I don't even know. But yeah, highly recommend him. He's been quite good. Okay, so now Gabriel Jesus gets the ball taken from him. That's perfect. What is going on? Guys, I'm really better than I'm showing, I promise. Herrera linking up with some of our attackers, but again, we get the ball taken from us. We just need to find a pass that cuts them open. Nice catch from our goalkeeper there. Horrible distribution, though. Can we pick up the ball? I'm getting a little frustrated. Come on. All right, there we go. Leyoun on the ball. And we almost immediately give it away again. McKennie. Oh, my goodness. Can we get a pass, please? Okay, our winger is wide open. We're going to shoot this. Okay, I messed it up. But oh, we almost made it work. Near post. Oh, unlucky. Pulisic, you got to stay up. I'm pretty sure I put you on stay forward. Let's get McKennie an opening. No, just not a quick enough touch here. We we will win this game, I promise. This is a squad that can win you games, and clearly I'm not that good at this game. So even if your talent level is not all that high, this is a team that will get you a win, especially against these lower rated squads. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I beat these teams like 8-0. I don't know what's going on here. I'll show you the other game I played after this. Like, I normally crush these teams, but for some reason, it's just not happening. Right when I need it to, of course. Put a cross in, finish that. Nice. Good finish from Vela on his strong foot there. Once you break past the defense like that, scoring a goal is not too difficult. So we do finally have our lead. I am better at this game than I was showing. Again, this team is quite good. As far as Mexican replacements, obviously, if you're lucky enough to have like a Mexican icon like Hernandez or it's Luis Hernandez. What's the other guy's name? Very sorry, I'm forgetting. Oh my gosh, off the inside of the post from McKennie. Dang it, should try a better turn there. You know what I'll do? I'll go on Footbin. I'll go to Nations. I'll go to Mexico. And we'll look at the best Mexican players you can. I mean, I just won that ball back with Herrera there. I wasn't even playing. Did anybody see that? Like, that was a little ridiculous. Keep forgetting Vela's in my midfield here. Gotta pay attention to that. All right, we make a tackle with Reyes. McKennie on the ball, working it. Oh my gosh, what is with this passing today? There we go. Good interception. Move the ball from our team to our team, please. Close enough. Okay, we're still. I don't know what's going on here, but they're making a lot of tackles. Sanchez. It's Hernandez and Sanchez. You're probably all yelling at me. You could obviously use Raul Jimenez as well, Irving Lozano. If you have his one to watch or his Footmas card, even better. Henry Martin for 18K is an inform with 82 pace, 78 shooting. He could definitely be an option for you. Ochoa in goal is I think might be one of the very few gold Mexican goalkeepers if you want to go that route. Of course, you could have an American goalkeeper and maybe Zach Steffen or something like that. He would obviously get a strong link to Brooks, who gets a strong link to McKennie, who gets a strong link to Tyler Adams. Those are all Americans in the Bundesliga, and there's more too, Fabian Johnson and things like that. Plenty of potential if you go Bundesliga and American in terms of chemistry that way as well. Vela, okay. Nice turn. See how he was like paused there? He like wasn't following the play anymore. It's not really happening. Did they patch it actually? Oh, McKennie keeps the ball nicely there. Unfortunately, it's blocked. So if you score 5 goals in squad battles, you do get maximum points. I'm actually coming right up on the end of squad battles. Hopefully this game will be enough to get us gold 1. So we really do need a couple more goals. We'll keep pressuring here and hopefully get to a point where we can get another goal or two, win by a little bit more. Leyoun just about wins that, even though it said the other guy did. Get it to our striker and Jesus. McKennie's making a nice run beyond us. Unfortunately, we can't get it to him. So instead, we get to Herrera. Back to... Their intercepting in this game has been absolutely ridiculous. You know what it is? I actually really struggle to play against the 4-4-2. Like, no matter what. Like, I struggle playing against the 4-4-2, and I'm just realizing they're playing a 4-4-2, and I think that's honestly the reason I am struggling so badly, although we do find a good pass, and Gabriel Jesus finishes McKennie's assist. That does bring us up to 3. And as I mentioned a number of times here, this team is plenty good enough to get you the wins you need. I believe you need 5 wins on World Class. I am playing on Legendary. Probably should have played on World Class. Would have made me look a lot better. But I promise this team will get you the wins if you're a competent player. Doesn't have to be a good player, just as long as you kind of know what you're doing, and you're fairly familiar with the game of FIFA in general. Yeah, again, if anybody wants to have me check out their teams or players that they're using, as Pulisic breezes by that guy, scores on his right foot. I hope he gets another card. I mean, he really does need another card to like bump him up. Like Future Stars would have been sick for him, but I guess he's not really like. No one was really talking about him. Like, I don't know. You're playing for Chelsea. Like, he doesn't play every week or anything like that, but he does get some game time. So maybe, I don't know, people don't consider him a future star anymore. He's kind of had his day in the sun, I guess. More visible for me because, as an American, he's our savior, sort of. But anyway, hopefully he does get another card. This game is coming to a close. We have scored 4 of our 5 goals and have only conceded 1. That was rough. That will be the whistle, and that will be the end of the video as well. I will show you guys that other squad battles because I do win these more handily. I realize now it's the 4-4-2 that for some reason the computer just plays really well in. You can see really high ratings from all our guys here. Goals, 2 from Vela, 1 from Jesus, 1 from Pulisic. Assists all over the place. Good passing ratings. Good dribbling ratings for the most part. Not as good passing rating as it could be, but we did win, again, with total dominance. So this team will dominate for you. It's just a matter of finishing your chances. We do get up into Gold 1, so we get those Gold 1 rewards this week, which is nice. And yeah, I do just want to show you, just because I'm feeling a little bit embarrassed. We beat this team 7-0 on Legendary. You can see it right there. It's Legendary, 7-0. So I am good enough to win squad battles. So. But anyway, that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any other teams that are using Mexican and American players and what combinations you guys came up with. I'd love to see it. You can follow me on social media at the links in the descriptions on Instagram and Twitter. As always, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments or on those channels. So I'll talk to you guys in the next one. That's going to be it for me. Thanks. Bye.